Okay, so a mild inconvenience happened today, but it's still large enough for me to talk about it. And it happened just today, so I want to talk about it while it's fresh in my mind. Boy, oh boy, will I tell you, it was very wild. So you see, I went to the grocery store, my local Walmart, since we were kind of out of food, and I went to go hunt for my nutrients, for the next day, so I can get my proteins up and shit, so I can get a nice fat ass. Um, but before anything else, I went to go to the makeup aisle so I can get me some moisturizer, my good old lotion for my acne riddled face. Um, because I got some horrid acne, so I'm trying to rub as many chemicals as I can in my face to banish the acne to the shadow realm. Anyways, it took forever. Like I was there for a good 20 minutes because they had these little glass encasings so that people didn't steal the stupid shit. And I was just there waiting for some goober to come. Never came. It was like the One Piece, basically non-existent. No one came. It was pretty sad. I was just there standing crazy, looking around, scaring some people. And yeah, that happened. Then after that, after the 20 minutes, I gave up, so I just skedaddled away. I went to go get the actual nutrients. I went to the aisles, I got everything. My mom wanted some ramen, and boy, oh boy, will I tell you, it was nowhere to be found. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna continue getting everything. And then when I finally finished getting the vegetables, last thing on my grocery list, I decided to ask a silly worker where the ramen was, so I can, get some in my inventory. Turns out they were in the baby section, or at least in front of it. Excuse me. There's a whole big old aisle where I expect the food to be. Why would I ever think in a million years that ramen would be besides the baby section? A whole other section in the Walmart. It's like, wow, that was crazy to me. Like I couldn't believe it, but I guess whatever. I went to go get it. And then here's where it gets funny because as if the 20 minutes of waiting and no response from the beginning wasn't enough, I went to go pay for my stuff, right? There was a person in front of me though, in a single like there was no other columns open. It was a single column. And in that column was a silly old lady with her son. They had a decent amount of stuff, but the thing is, they weren't the problem. The problem was the worker. Now, I must say, I know it's kind of late. It is like late 7 p.m., about to be 8, but come on, you can hurry it up. Or I don't know. I haven't worked in groceries, and this woman Loki looked new. She was probably new to this whole grocery thing, so I'm not gonna judge too hard there. Work is hard. The grind is hard. But boy, oh boy, will I tell you, she was taking her sweet time, and it didn't help when the lady in front of me had this weight that didn't have the little barcode for the worker to scan. So she had to manually take out her phone, go to the funny app, and search it up, and she still couldn't find it like that. So that added. It was already like 20 minutes. I was waiting in line. That was the second person, by the way. Like this was no one in front of me besides that woman that was already like getting her stuff checked out. Um, that added like a good 15 minutes. It was pretty tragic. I just stood there like staring into the void, wondering when it would finish. But finally, it finished. She finished. Um, she paid and stuff. It was pretty silly. And then another worker came, and I was like, thank God. She greeted me. I was like, yo. And I paid for my stuff. It was a lot faster, thank heavens. And I skedaddled away. But boy, oh boy, will I tell you, this day, or at least this afternoon, was not it. I just wanted it to be a quick stop. But like I said, mild inconvenience. So I'm not gonna die from this experience, but it sure was a one that's gonna stick around because waiting is a pain. Waiting is a pain. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See ya.